It's the introduction. Welcome to the Sir Ashley J podcast show, produced by Eberson. It's episode not 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's 5. 5. Michael Jackson. 5. Have you seen the film? If you haven't seen it yet, where have you been?
Where have you been? 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Sir Ashley J podcast. Actor, writer, presenter, Black, British, St. Lucian. This is real conversation, real opinions, and probably a few real things that we shouldn't say. Who let me be a podcaster? Walk one for that! So after me, walk one for that! Walk one for that! Wow. Recap of life. Recently, you'd have seen from social media last month or whenever it was, we were at the Mariposa Awards, which is an amazing awards ceremony looked after and created by the Saying Goodbye charity, which they help so many people, so parents, mothers and fathers who have lost children through stillbirth or infertility or miscarriages. And it was just a night to award people that have fundraised, people that are health professionals within the NHS that have done wonderful works of care, like 31, 40 years of service. And yeah, myself and Ebony were invited to be down there. We caught little bits to capture the event, so hopefully you'll see on the socials. We played some games, this and that. So we brought a bit of the podcast to the Mariposa, and hopefully Mariposa brought a bit of themselves to us. And yeah, I found it really interesting, really moving to be there. As some people may know, I have children, but I never experienced, like my wife and I didn't experience any difficulty conceiving and having children. And it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing. So yeah, that was a really special evening. And now I've become an ambassador for the charity. So I'm part of the charity now as one of their celeb. I do that like this because I don't feel like I am, but just someone who wants to support and get more men speaking about it. That's my thing. Getting more men being comfortable speaking about struggling to conceive, IVF, losing a child, and even though I haven't been through that, I've spoken with one friend about it, and I think it's just good to be able to normalize that conversation and men speaking with other men about that. So yeah, that's been the highlight in the last month or so. I should hopefully be able to soon start talking about the new show I'm writing on. So that's good. And then I'm recording a new game. I also do voiceovers for games. So I had a rehearsal, and then I'll be in the studio doing that. That's kind of my life. Been playing a bit of tennis, getting ready for Wimbledon. Not to compete, to watch, obviously. But if they're cool, man, just know, man, my volleys are strong.
You been practicing?
Come on.
The
serves.
The serve.
Yeah, it's all about the elbow. We don't realize. Yeah, man, about the elbow. Come on, you're not ready, Ebs.
I'm not ready.
Have you played tennis?
I have a little bit, but I love badminton.
Oh yeah, I'll play badminton. I'll ramp with you. I'll play badminton one day.
Why not?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, man. What are you reading at the moment? What is? Are you reading or watching anything?
Funny enough, I'm reading a book called Open, which is about Andre Agassi. So some people know Andre Agassi, tennis player, US Open champion. I think he won Wimbledon, I think so. But around the times of Pete Sampras and stuff. So I'm reading his autobiography. I just started reading that, which is I think it's just really interesting to read people's stories and know that the road to success, there's no same road. And also, we spoke about this in the first episode, I think, the cost of success, I think, or the cost of your dream. And I don't want to spoil anything, but it's really interesting because how we see someone and then how we look at reading their book and the insight they give us at the end of their career is really interesting. So that's what I'm reading. Obviously, all I've been watching is football.
What are you saying about the football?
Well,
what's going on? Arsenal's in the what?
Yeah, Champions League final. But the problem is that we're filming this before the actual final, but this is going to be out after the final. So I don't want to be one of those Arsenal fans. That people are, Arsenal fans are always talking loud, because I'm not. I'm a humble Arsenal fan, but I do believe in my heart, and I feel that we can win both the Premier League and the Champions League. But yeah, you know what I mean. We'll see. Go on,
When's
fam.
the finals?
For Champions League,
Yeah.
30th of May.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then Premier League at this current moment.
To a pub or something.
You're going to go to a pub?
Yeah,
That's how I
I'm
know you're from Cardiff.
No. No, do you know what? I've actually grown to enjoy pub culture.
I got to go to it's got to be called like a gastro pub or something. I got to know there's that diversity within the pub. I'll give you 100.
Yeah, Prince Peckham.
Yes, you said Peckham though, innit? Yeah, Prince of Peckham. You can go there. But that's a commute. That's a commute from East.
There is a bit of a commute.
That's what I'm saying.
I went there one time to watch what was it? The World? No.
Oh yeah, well World Cup's going to be starting as well.
Okay, yeah.
Do you support England in the World Cup, or do you support Wales?
course.
I don't support Wales.
No.
Watch The Boys on Amazon Prime. So it's a superhero series, but it's like alternative. It's dark, like a lot of killing and stuff. But because there's a lot of superheroes that are bad breed in it. It ain't one that you can watch with the kids. Yeah, like they're villains. So like the equivalent of what Superman would be, a guy called Homelander. He is corrupt, bruv. It's like imagine giving a corrupt politician. I don't want to say who. There's many corrupt politicians around the world. Imagine giving them Superman's powers. Exactly. But then he's got some issues going on. I mean, we all got issues, but he's got some mental health issues going on. So yeah, it's a series. So this is series 5. It's the final series. So I was like, I need to catch up on it. So I was like, supposed to watch 1 episode. Fam, it was one of them nights, bro. I ended up doing 4. Yeah. I started about 7:45, and I think there's only 2 episodes left. So I might do those tonight.
Michael Jackson movie?
Excellent. Like I said, if you haven't seen it now, where you been, man? Yeah, I think it's excellent. I know there was a whole thing when it first came out and critics were trying to slate it, and I'm going to be 100. I just don't think they wanted Michael Jackson to do well. I just don't think they wanted it to do well. Yeah, like when people are saying it's like a glorified tribute concert, first of all, it's not. But also, his music was his life. No one said that about Bohemian Rhapsody. No one said that about Bob Marley's. No one said that about Rocket Man, Elton John. No one said this. The other thing is that there's not one, if someone can name a celebrity, I don't care, in any line that has had the world on their eye, like the whole world's eye on them for this about a period of time, from when they were 8 years old, till not death, till beyond death, up until today. Michael died in 2009. Fam, that's 17 years ago. And we're still talking about him. We've still got opinions and stuff. So there's so many opinions. Everyone thinks that they know how the film should have been made or how it should have been told. In my opinion, I think it's excellent. I really do. I love it as a take on that chapter of his life. We know there's going to be a sequel. So let's see what happens to the sequel. So let's support it. There's a lot of people that are saying they're not feeding it. I don't know what they wanted to see. I don't know. Are people I don't know. I don't know what they like.
Yeah.
What did you want to see? Because people say, "Oh, it's not this, not that." But what did you want to see? Did you want to see a film without the music? Because then people will be like, "Oh, there's no music." What did you want to see? And you have to treat it with a certain level of it just has to be treated delicately. It has to be. And then also, there's still a lot of NDAs and law, you know what I mean? There's all contracts and certain things signed and litigation that is not allowing certain things to be said. There's still all of that stuff. We don't even know, the film, obviously there's a section where it covers about his accident when he's doing the Pepsi commercial. We don't know what was done within that deal. Where Pepsi gave that 7-figure settlement, we don't know what else was done in that deal. Where Pepsi might have said, if there's ever a film made or an account that's made, we don't want shown. It needs to be shown like this, or no, you know what I mean? No exec to be like this. But yeah, I think Michael's an excellent film, and I will not slate it. And I will always love Michael Jackson.
Same, man.
Yeah, two people for me.
Pepsi commercial accident.
You don't know about that. You ain't watched the film. I'm here. and Ebbs ain't seen the film.
What happened?
I'm not telling you, bruv. Why are you
Oh,
Googling?
the light in his hair. I know.
Don't try to say, oh no, don't try to say I know.
No, I know.
Do you know what I hate, right?
Eminem
No.
just matter.
No. Do you know what I hate, right? I hate when someone goes, what happened? And then they Google, or you might show them a picture and they go, oh, I remember now. No, you don't remember now. Yeah? You now
I
know.
wasn't using my brain.
You now know. No. You now know.
No, I
because you
swear I
look.
remember because Eminem did a skit of it. In
Yeah,
the song.
lose it. Yeah. And do you know what
Lose
happened?
it.
You know Michael Jackson put in to sue him.
Yes.
But then do you know what happened after that?
What happened?
Eminem put in a bid to buy the Neverland Ranch. And so Michael Jackson dropped the case.
Oh my god.
Which I think is a funny story.
What joke star.
Yeah. That's when everyone was saying he was broke, which he wasn't. Just a lot of he wasn't like cash rich. A lot of his money was tied up in assets, and he was buying rights to people's music. Like he got the rights to the Beatles music and stuff. Yeah, man. Not a silly man. All right, guys, it's time for Eberson Asks. Eberson Asks. I what their ass. Will Eberson ask? This is an interesting one. Are you asking this for yourself or for everyone?
No, that's what I'm saying. From your perspective, why be different?
The question is, because we're just laughing now, sorry. The question is, are people dating for love or survival now? Are people dating for love or survival now? Do you know what? It's really interesting, I think, especially because, let me just move that jacket for the mic. Yeah, it's really interesting now. Are people dating for love or survival? As you say, yeah, I'm married, but I got friends who are all in different positions, and there are some people that I've got that they just want to settle down, and I don't know if it's survival, but I don't know if is it safety. Is it, I've heard some people, like, and not just women, men saying it as well, I really want to have children. Like I've got one bridging saying, I just think I may not have them now because I'm going to be an old dad, because he's the same age as me and he doesn't want to start now, or he's worried about starting now. So then when his child's 20, he might feel too old and stuff. Yeah, I think the other thing is that if you put an expiry date on love, that's when it becomes problematic. Like if people go, okay, I want to be married by 30. Okay, but I want to be dating my person for 2 years, but I also want to be engaged for a year. Okay, so that means I need to meet someone at 26. Oh, I'm 25 now. Okay, DeQuante is gonna have to do. Like it's kind
of like a business, right?
It is.
It kind of is now.
But I think the thing is anything in life you've got to go through like a lot of different things to find the right one. And I'm not saying go out there and spread your seed and do madness. I'm not saying that. But I just mean in a sense of, if you're trying to buy a car, you look at a lot of different cars. If you're trying to buy some outfits and you go out to buy a nice outfit for a wedding or something, you don't just go, the first one you see, yeah, I'm going to go for. You might see, the first one you see you might really like. We go, let me just look around. Let me just see what else is out there. So I think that's a part of dating now as well. And I do think the hard thing is that people, not everyone, but you can attach dating to success and also achievement. And it's easier to get a place with someone else because you've got two wages coming in. That's not rocket science. Like, it's easier. If I meet someone and we're getting along, we like each other, okay, we can move in together, whether you're going to rent or buy. I'm always going to say to people, buy, like try and find a way to buy. It's a lot better. But there's that. So then that makes it a bit more like, well, I can't have my own place, or I can't have until I meet someone. Oh, okay. And then I think for women, sometimes it's like, well, if I'm on maternity leave and my maternity leave is like pants or nothing, is my partner going to be able to hold it down? So then that's where finances come into it. Yeah. Because there's some women that go, I'm happy to work, but once I have a child, I don't even want to go back to work. I need to know I've got my partner, my husband, can hold that down for me.
No, that's a lot of women's mindsets, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. I'm independent, but I want to be looked after.
Yeah, no, it's true. When it comes to pregnancy, I understand it to an extent, because there's a lot that's going on with the female. But in terms of, like, if you're a single woman, like, just from my perspective, I've come to the point where I'm like, I need to actually grind for myself. Like I'm not, like I know a lot of women are actually seeking man like, to support them, but it's just not realistic in this day and age. I feel, so now I need to think I'm gonna buy my own place. Do you know what I mean? That's the mindset that I'm coming into a lot more as I'm getting older.
Yeah, I think it also depends on what you want.
Yeah.
Where you live.
Yeah.
But also as well, when it comes to dating, is that my thing is always that what are you bringing to the table? This is how I see it. Is that if I'm having a party and I say, yeah, is that mine? Everyone bring a dish. I've already provided the location, the electricity, the water for you to wee and wash your hands. Yeah. But if you turn up, bridging, with just, I don't know, one little tub of Iceland coleslaw, other coleslaw is available, but you know what I'm saying? Then how can you come with this coleslaw and I have all this other stuff and you're saying that you want it to be like this, equal? And I think that's the hard thing. I think if you come in at the same level and you build together, then what happens after that is fine. Like, classic example, like when my wife and I met, when we started dating, we both were in more or less a similar position, more or less, like financially, we were in our career, we both had our own cars, all of that jazz. And then there are times like when she had our first child where, yeah, she was off and her maternity was pants. So I held it down. Like I just covered everything I had to cover financially. And I was looking after the house and she was looking after the home. That's how I see it. So I think it depends how you enter things. If you enter into, come back to your question, if you enter into a relationship of like, okay, I just need it because then it means I'm going to be able to have a house, I'm going to be secure, there's going to be money. That ain't going to be a place of love and joy. What environment are you raising your children in? What environment are you in? Are you going to be the person that you thought you were? Is he going to be the person he thought he was? Or even same-sex couples, And I think there's complexities that I don't know about because I've not experienced that. But I think there's other complexities when you're in a same-sex relationship where you want to live. The same way, like for me, when I was looking about where I could live, it wasn't about where I could just afford. I was like, are they going to come and kill me, brethren? Is someone going to come with a mask on at night, burning cross coming for me? So there's all these other things that come into it. And so, yeah, but I know a lot of people do just want someone that's their person, that I can just talk to. I got you. But sometimes you might have your person and still feel like you can't talk to them at times. So I genuinely think, like, I will say, if you're looking for forever, then however long that takes, it's always going to be shorter than forever. Even if it takes you 6 years to meet that person, those 6 years are nothing compared to forever. But if you rush, you can rush in 1 year and give yourself 10 years of misery. Those 10 years of misery are going to be hard to forget. I would always say date for love, date for joy, date for fun. Kick it with that person. Because sometimes you and that person, you got to be friends as well. You got to be friends, partners, enemies. Like, sometimes you've got to be enemies, like in a sense of scrutinizing for each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't expect my wife to just say everything I do is great and I'm right all the time. And so maybe I shouldn't say enemies, but healthy debate, challenge me, push me. And I've got to love and respect you enough to know that you're doing it from a place for me to get better and vice versa. So yeah, just don't date to survive, man. Because who wants to survive? You want to thrive. Who the heck wants to survive in life, blood? I don't want to just survive. Just survive.
Cortisol levels high.
Bro, just survive.
High blood pressure. That's long.
That's long. And then, your partner dies finally after 30 years and you feel a bit of relief. You can't shed tear at funeral. Oh no, fam. I've been there, man. I'm joking. I ain't been there. There's not as many family events. Like, I remember growing up, there's family parties and, your cousin might bring their friend and, you know what I mean? I remember meeting a girlfriend like that. Like, I was about, I think, 17, 18. And I was at my cousin's party. Her mum was having a party. And one of her mum's friends came with her daughters. And I was like, oh, who's that? I'm saying to my brother, like, yo, bro. Me. Because only there's a year between us, isn't it? So I was like, listen. I'm telling you now, brother, that's me, yeah? That's me, yeah?
Yeah.
But
I
it's
think
like
someone was
that.
telling me about the M25 raves yesterday.
What
Actually.
was it? M25 rave? I don't know this.
So basically, like, people would just it'd be like a radio broadcast. Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Maybe I even think probably before.
It's got to be before my time.
Yeah, definitely.
Radio broadcast.
Yeah, and then people say link up here off the M25, and then they'd all go to like some warehouse or some field, and they just play music, and it was illegal, but that's how people were meeting each other. Like they hear it on the news or broadcast radio. It was illegal, but then they'd all just, and then no one was like, oh, seeing what the vibes was beforehand and choosing, oh, I don't want to go there because that DJ did it. Like everyone would just link up and
Just go. You just go, innit?
Yeah.
That I think that opportunity, the optimism. I think optimism needs to be there, and believing in good people. That's the other thing. Believe in good people. People have got these lists of the type of person that they want, and then it's not attainable. And then you meet someone, and they might be 84% of what you want, and it's like, nah, man, they're not good enough.
Wagwan for that.
You know, we love a friendship dilemma. I'll make this short, and I'm totally open to any opinions. We've been best friends since we were preteens. Never had a falling out except one time in high school, and it only lasted a month. We live in different cities, but not super far away from each other. I wouldn't say we've drifted apart or anything. We call each other sisters. We hang out somewhat frequently. She's very Catholic. I left the Catholic Church years ago. That hasn't impacted anything though, at least that I notice. She got engaged 2 weeks ago. I was one of the first people she told. She told me she wants me to help her plan colour schemes, dress shop, etc. Yesterday, we were looking at dress colours together, and she brought up a colour of a dress that she wants the bridesmaids to wear. The colour was peach something. I made a joke and said my skin is peach, so it will blend right in a very light-hearted, joking way. That's the way we talk together. And she said, well, me, my sisters, and insert fiancés' names, sisters, are all very tan, so this colour will look amazing on us. I was like, oh, very true. That is a beautiful colour on your sisters and his sisters. I could tell she didn't want to have the convo, but she...
Sorry. Sometimes I'm like, just get to the point. Like, why do girls that... Sorry. Yeah, like you do all these little details about I don't care about this. Just say like, I mentioned about bridesmaids, and then she said something, and then from that I clocked, she's not on it. She don't want me to be. That's what you gotta say.
Right.
Like, I hear the Catholic reference, yeah, but all the peach skin and oh great, they look amazing. I blame these American high school movies that you used to watch, 10 Things I Hate About You and all that stuff, man. And anyway, let me hear the rest of this, because it's long and I ain't even got to her question.
But she eventually said, yeah, I'm just going to have my two sisters and his two sisters as bridesmaids. I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to assume I was a bridesmaid. I don't know why I automatically assumed that, lol, and chuckled it off. She claimed that it was because 4 is already too many. She isn't even friends with her future husband's sisters. She's even talked shit about them before. So I was like, okay, interesting. Another thing to note is her family is not tight on funds and she wants a big wedding. So budget doesn't logically make sense here. Is this odd or a normal thing?
Okay. This is from We Just Got Together pod, yeah?
Yeah.
We Just Got There, sorry. We Just Got There pod. Sorry, this is the We Just Got There pod. We Just Got There pod. Cool. Okay. Best friends 14 years. It happens. That's all it is. It happens. Like if for me also as well, if you've really got a problem with it, the first thing you need to do is go, hey, look, I just want to know really, is it because 4 is too much, or is it because you don't want me as a bridesmaid? Because I'm happy to pay for my own dress. Like you can go down that road if you want to do the girl thing. Like, babe, I'm happy to pay for my own dress. You don't have to pay for my dress. But I really want to support you on the day and I'd love to be a bridesmaid. If then she says no, then obviously that's not in her vision anymore. Like people change, like people grow in cycles. So at that point in school and in college, before she met her brothers, sisters and whatever, also you don't know what his family's saying as well. Do you know what I mean? There might be also a thing of that they might just all want people who are all Catholics in the wedding party. The fact that she wants her involved and help with her help to plan is showing that she wants her to be a part of the wedding in some way. So obviously this girl, this woman who's engaged is conflicted. But this for me is a bigger thing of like, why are you lot talking around it? Like, have the conversation. yes, it's a difficult conversation, but it's gonna prove for a better outcome. If you not like the fact that my girl said, because you don't have a boyfriend, like I'm being very, whatever it is, giving a special exception for you to have a +1. I've been there, man. But this is what Mandem would say. Mandem, I remember one of my brothers getting married, and I was one of the groomsmen, and he was like, actually, you don't need no +1. Like you're single. I was like, raw, bro, raw. Is that how you do me?
Yeah.
And then actually, to be honest, it was really better because how it turned out, he was trying to hook me up with someone. Yeah. So you might meet a man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You might want to leave that +1, make it a +9. You might meet your husband at your brethren's wedding.
Yeah.
And then you're not dating for survival, you're dating for love. Brought it back. But yeah, I'm just like, have the conversation. Because when people leave these things, it festers, it becomes long. And then all of a sudden after the wedding, you're not talking anymore. Then it's all long. She has a child. You haven't seen the child. It's, oh, well, we don't see each other anymore. So yeah, you already don't live close. So it's better to just have these conversations. I've had it before. I've had difficult conversations with Mandem. Do you know what I mean? And just had to say, like, bro, like, what's the situation? If that person says, no, we're good, it's cool, then now you have to accept the fact that whatever you're holding on to emotionally, you don't own. You need to let it go. Because if they've said they're cool, but they're still treating you a certain way, you're feeling away from them, then that's no longer your problem. That's a them problem. And you go to the wedding, you enjoy yourself, you eat all those courses, honey boo boo, you know, and that's it. But that's all you can do. She can say she can pay for her own dress or whatever, or she might get surprised and become the maid of honor. Who knows? Have her own dress. But like, I had a similar thing with one of my best friends. He's Islam, yeah, and when he got married, I was asking him like, yo, what's the situation and stuff, and he was like, nah, bro, I want you there as part of the wedding party. Like, you know, you'll be my best man. It's you and another guy. I was like, yeah, cool, calm. And then I was like, yeah, so I can make a speech still, yeah. And he's like, actually, at Islamic weddings, you don't make speeches. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So just let me know what I've got to do, because I don't know exactly what I need to do. And then, yeah, got my shawani, done the whole thing. Like, yeah, it was dope. And again, I think people have to realize life changes as you get older, whether it's your career, where you live, family, all of that stuff changes and impacts that, you know. So the fact of the matter is, from me, this woman wants her involved somehow, some way. It may not be in the way that she's thought. There's always a flag in there.
Totally disregarding her.
I think that's a different thing, and also that can happen as well. You know what I mean? That can happen. If that happens, then that is what it is. You gotta make your peace with that, because people want certain things based on their view of the relationship. But what is the other person's view in a relationship? There's two perspectives, and then the truth, which is probably a combination of the both, like a mesh of that. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta live and let live. You know what I mean?
Did you know who your best man was? Like, did you know
when I was getting married, who they were gonna be? Yeah, my groomsmen were a bit trickier. So yeah, best men I knew. I had two best men. Yeah, I asked them both. There is a story in it, but I'm not going to say that story because it's not fair to share that story without chatting to one of them first and saying, yeah, I'm gonna throw this on the pod. Yeah. But yeah, it was yeah. I knew who my team were. There was one friend that I was like, I want him at the wedding, but where he was at in life, I was just like, this ain't gonna work out in that way. And then my wife wanted her brother to be a groomsman. I was like, bun that. But obviously, man's getting married, didn't it? So man had to just, you know, wallahi and all them thing there, get me? For the habibis and that. man had to let that happen. But yeah, I knew. Like, I knew who I wanted to be the master of ceremony to my wedding, like all of that stuff. I just knew. Yeah.
Good. That's great.
Yeah, and you hope that those people return the favor, or not return, bestow the honor, like return that honor back, because it is an honor. But there's also a lot of work in it, and that's the other thing. Like, I got some brethren that I'm like, you man will be dope in the sense of like just vibes and that, but for this whole thing, you're not gonna be reliable. Yeah, like my groomsmen, we had secret rehearsals, did a dance routine at the wedding. Yeah, MJ thing actually. Yeah. So all that stuff. So certain man would have been like, nah, man can't make it. Or there's this one thing she wants to.
You gotta be like.
And I had the man them that were about that were just doing that. So and good friends and good people. So yeah, you gotta know. Yeah, I didn't have no drama like the other people's. All right, we're gonna get involved in a trend that is currently going on, which is people's top 5 horror movies. But it's not what you think. It's kind of like moments in life that if this happened, it would be a horror. So literally, like the worst things that could happen to you in your life, turning into a horror. So okay, my top 5 in no particular order than the ones that come to my mind is your phone battery dying and you're out and you got no cards, no nothing, so you can't even travel now. That's 5 for me. Mad peak. 4, hidden costs in any purchase. Hidden costs, fam. When you're like, oh yeah, it's only $12.99, then you get to check out £114.54. Hidden costs. Can't deal with it. Can't deal with that. That gives me the problem as well. That's 5, 4. Number 3. Number 3. This is a mad one. When you buy something, mine all feel like it's money related. When you buy something and you think it's a bargain and then you find it somewhere else cheaper and you can't send the one you already bought back.
Long day.
It's a long day at the office. Number 2. Terribly seasoned food. If you say you're a good cook, or if you try and tell me try a restaurant and the food slaps disrespectfully, that's a problem for me. That's a problem for me. Number 1, what's a horror for me? Number 1, the worst one. Life advice when you don't even know me. That's the wildest one. When you met me for 2 seconds and then you're telling me, oh, I should open my own bakery. Like what? Like terrible life advice. Yeah, exactly. This is what Ebs is doing. Terrible life advice. Don't tell me that. Or something you got no experience in.
Period.
Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of the Ashley J Show. Please remember you can get in touch via Instagram and email. On Instagram, it's at the Ashley J Show. Email is theashleyjshow@gmail.com. Cheers! Man's doing it from memory now. Memoirs of a bad man. See me. And also, yeah, please get in touch if you want us to do any dilemmas, if there's any podcasts that you're watching that you want us to react to and have our opinions and stuff. Also, as well, we're going to be starting very, very soon with our special guests. So once a month, we're going to have special guests on the show and we're going to have a chat with them, maybe a bit about their career, but actually also just having some fun and games and seeing another side of them. So yeah, we're going to be doing that as well. So if there's someone that you know of, you yourself think, actually, I want to get on this podcast, email, send a DM, and we will get in contact. Until then, if you enjoyed it, tell everyone. But if you didn't, shut your mouth. Please like, comment, subscribe. On behalf of myself and Eberson, the thing is done. Later.